He asks her to get in the car. He drives and stops by the sea, telling her to look at how the engine stops by itself, as if the car decided to stop so they could enjoy their time together. Standing by the sea, he tells her that he likes her. She asks how that's possible when the first time they met, he called her aggressive and rude. He answers by hugging her. She doesn't resist at all. She's completely enjoying it, feeling that this is finally true love, the love she's been waiting for so long. She spends the whole night next to her phone, waiting for him to call, but she's happy for nothing. He never calls. Morning comes, and she's still next to the phone, wondering why her luck is always so bad. At the same time, Arlen is buying her some things from a store and sending them to her. When the delivery arrives and she doesn't know who sent it, Topha calls her and tells her he sent the items. She asks him not to send her anything again and hangs up. She keeps thinking about Arlen and wonders why he still hasn't called. She tells herself that he's probably just a famous star who was playing with her feelings. At work, she sees her friends constantly receiving messages from their boyfriends. She keeps checking her phone, hoping Arlen will message her, but nothing happens. Meanwhile, Topha is inside her house, cleaning it and leaving behind drawings they made together as kids. Before leaving, he hears her opening the door and quickly hides. She changes her clothes and talks on the phone with her manager, while Topha watches and listens. He leaves when he gets the chance. Later, Jin notices the drawings from her childhood and sees that the house is completely clean and organized. She immediately calls Topha. He tells her that he heard everything and saw some things while she was talking to her manager. He also tells her that he changed the door password to his birthday and asks if she remembers it. She doesn't remember anything, so she's forced to enter her apartment through the window. She sits there looking at their memories together and sends him a message telling him that he's not allowed to break into her house again and that he's now a stranger to her. Later, she and Kiss sign a contract together at the company, but there are always problems at work. Kiss keeps trying to provoke her, throwing a pen on the floor to make Jin pick it up, but Jin hands it back to her directly and signs with it anyway, even though the pen was a gift from the manager. When Arlan comes to Kiss's company, Jin treats him badly and looks at Kiss with disgust. She gets extremely jealous when she sees Kiss hugging him. She calls her mother to ask for his birthday to open the door, but discovers that Topha's birthday is actually tomorrow. She calls him and invites him for breakfast to celebrate his birthday. Her heart finally softens toward him, but she's shocked when he arrives, and everything becomes clear. She realizes that Topha is actually Arlan, that he loved that name since childhood. She's confused about how he used to be ugly and is now handsome. She takes time to process everything, then hits him with the pen and leaves for work. He blocks her with his very expensive car, knowing she won't dare hit it again. He insists on driving her himself. He gets close and fastens her seatbelt. The whole ride, she pretends to be asleep so she won't have to talk to him. When they arrive, he tries to get close again, and she tells him she's awake. At work, she finds Arlan's photos everywhere. Her manager asks her to look the other way and tells her, "You look really beautiful today. I'm always happy when I see you." His words make her very happy and encouraged. When she gets home, she finds that the internet is gone and all her belongings have been moved. He plans to live with her without even asking her or consulting her about anything. He keeps trying to talk to her, but she doesn't respond. He tells her that he searched for a reason to love her, but couldn't find any, that he truly loves her for no reason at all. Jin laughs sarcastically and says he's just a child and that she'll complain to his mother like she used to when they were kids. He stops her from messaging his mother. She asks him why he's happy about those memories and tells him that he ruined her childhood, that she never really lived as a child because of him, and that all her memories were disgusting. Just like him, Topha remembers how he used to sleep only on her back and admits that he really was a burden. He feels hurt, leaves the house, and she sends him a message saying it's late and that he needs to come back home. He returns immediately and apologizes for everything, telling her that yes, he was a child back then, but now he'll make up for everything. He offers her the food he prepared for her while she was out. After some time, Jin finds out that her manager used to be in a relationship with Keith and that Keith was the one who left him. She gets very upset because she had started to like him. When she gets home, she finds that Topha has prepared food for her again and apologizes, then tells her they won't be going home today. At the same time, her manager gets drunk and decides to go to Jin's house. In the morning, he goes there and is shocked when he sees Topha. He asks, "Who is this?" Jin says he's her brother. Topha immediately says, "I'm not her brother or anything." Jin asks Topha to bring a shirt for her manager because she accidentally burned his clothes the night before. Topha refuses. She invites him to breakfast and says she made it herself. He says, "You mean Topha made it, not you?" right? She kicks him lightly to make him stop, but the manager says, "That's my leg, by the way," and the situation becomes very awkward. Jin and her manager go to work together, while Tofa prepares lunch for her, so it will be ready when she comes back. He puts the food in the fridge, but when she returns late and doesn't eat because she's busy with work, he brings flowers into her room and cleans and organizes everything. When she stays out late, he calls her and finds out she's at a cafe. She asks him not to come. He agrees, but then tells himself that when a woman asks you not to come, that's exactly when you should go. He goes there immediately and finds her asleep, drunk. He gently tells her, "I'm here and I'll protect you." She passes out from drinking too much, and he carries her on his back to take her home. He remembers when they were kids and she used to carry him on her back, how he used to get jealous when she talked to any boy, how he brought her flowers and put her to bed. He lays her on the bed and covers her. The next day, Jin goes to work but finds out her marketing campaign has failed badly, and her manager's attitude toward her changes completely. At the same time, Kiss's campaign is very successful. Jin breaks down and cries to Tofa, saying she can handle failure, but she can't handle Kiss's success because it comes at the cost of her own failure. He hugs her, comforts her, and reassures her. Tofa had imagined that his life with Jin would be full of love and trust after returning from abroad, but instead, she's always busy with work that consumes her entire life, while he keeps trying to care for her and make up for the past. Meanwhile, the manager gets back together with Kiss. Tofa asks Jin whether she was crying because her manager's attitude toward her changed or because of Kiss's success. He tells her she needs to know what she really wants. She asks him, "Do you know what you want?" He answers honestly, "I want you to be the closest person to me. I want you, plain and simple." He gets closer, looks into her eyes, and asks her to listen to his music. She agrees and goes with him. While listening, she falls asleep on his shoulder. He carries her and puts her on the bed because she's tired, but she holds his hand in her sleep and doesn't let go. He has no choice but to lie down next to her, pretending to sleep. When she wakes up and finds him beside her, she notices she isn't upset at all and says she slept well. He hugs her and says, "From now on, consider it settled. We'll sleep next to each other every day." At the same time, Kiss and the manager are back together, and the four of them seem happy. But unfortunately, things don't stay that way. Jin has a fight with her friend and tells Tofa about it. He tells her that she's the one at fault and asks her to apologize. She listens to him and does so, which makes him very happy. He hugs her and says, "From now on, I'll only call you my love." The next day, Jin thinks the manager is waving at her, but she's shocked to realize he's actually waving at Kiss. She didn't know they were back together. She gets very upset and returns to Tofa, asking him why all men love Kiss and not her. She asks him if he loves Kiss too. He tells her, "I love you, and you love me too." At work, Jin keeps thinking about his words. She messages him, saying it's impossible for him to like her, and impossible for her to like him, because the age gap between them is too big. She realizes she's actually attracted to the manager. She gets upset when she sees Kiss with him, but he's no longer interested in Jin, and doesn't even offer to drive her home like before. When she returns home and doesn't find Tofa, she messages him. He tells her to say that she misses him, so he'll appear. She shyly agrees, and suddenly he shows up, revealing that he was in the bathroom the whole time. She tells him about her complicated feelings toward her manager. He asks her directly whether she's upset because of Kiss or because she loves the manager. Suddenly, without any warning, Tofa looks into her eyes and says simply, "I love you." She runs away from him, still seeing him as just a child. Meanwhile, Kiss asks the manager to go with her to a play, but he's annoyed by how overly social she is with men. They realize their relationship was only for work benefits, so he decides to break up with her. He goes to Jin, tells her he broke up with Kiss, and asks her to go to the play with him, mainly to upset Kiss. Jin asks Tofa to help her choose a dress to wear when she meets the manager.